the drugs. When was the first time Cassie and Diddy gave you drugs?
Yeah, bro. Crack is whack, bro. Like I definitely for me, I am the worst crackhead that you will ever see in your life. I can't do no kind of drugs, bro. Because so I can't remember if it was Cassie or him that initially asked me if I wanted to try it. I believe it was her. She asked me if I ever tried it before, but they was both standing there together. And I was like, no. And I think he was like, yo, you want to try it? It's going to make you feel real nice. You're going to feel relaxed. You're going to feel like, like partying. And so I was like, man, I don't fuck with drugs like that, but I mean, I guess whatever. So I tried it. I mean, at this point, I've been with them for long enough. They're not hiding their identity no more. I'm shooting the shit with Cassie all the time now. Like, every time that we're together, we talking for hours and shit. So I feel a level of trust. And so I take this pill, and about 30 minutes in, man, maybe about an hour, I'd say about an hour in, I start feeling real jittery and shaky and real chattery. I start talking a lot. And so I guess I annoyed him. And he was like, yo, I think you need a break. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna pay you a little something. Go, get something to eat or whatever, and we gonna hit you back when you feeling a little bit less like chatty. And so I left out the joint. She lived like by the BMW building on 59th Street and
Yeah.
like a 10th, 11th Avenue,
Yeah.
11th Avenue, West End Avenue.
It was Weston.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, bro. Like it literally felt like 3 minutes later, my ass was in Times Square. I was up, bro. I felt like I just wanted to help everybody in my path. He gave me maybe $3,000, $4,000. And before I knew it, I had like 70 people standing around me because I was handing out $100 bills to everybody. I was like fucking Oprah, you get a Benjamin, and you get a Benjamin, and you like, yo, dude, I was giving it to kids. Homeless people was pushing each other, trying to like, it was crazy, bro. It was pandemonium. And then all of a sudden, man, I'm home. I don't even know how the fuck I got home, bro. I just realized I'm home. That's the next memory I have, and I'm throwing up for like 3 days, bro. Like I'm mad jittery. Anytime I eat water, every time I drink water, I feel worse.
Yeah.
Like the shit was
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell that shit was, but I don't think it was the same experience that they was telling me I was supposed to have. I don't know if that was ecstasy or what. But that's my drug story. It only happened once. The only other thing that Diddy used to offer me was like Cialis, bro, because
Yo, yeah, he did do that. Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
he used to offer me that shit, bro. You know, yeah, because I didn't have the fucking Punisher ball pump, like, and after he started kicking her ass in front of me, bro, that was it for me, man. My dick would not work in that situation for shit, bro. I immediately had ED, bro. Like I felt so uncomfortable, bro. I was scared. It was like, yo, at any point, because here's the thing, man. I I know that I could beat the shit out of this guy, man. I hate to say it that way, but like we are some big ass dudes back then, bro. Like you see, people see me now and they like, yo, that guy is big. No, I'm not. I look like I ate me back then, bro. This guy was not gonna last
He wasn't.
anything if we was in a one-on-one fight. But
Hulk slammer.
but the thing is, I told you I idolized this dude from the time I was in junior high school, fam. So it's like, you know what could potentially happen to your ass if you go down that path, bro. So it's almost like a big ass pit bull, rage inside of you. You got that gorilla inside of you. You know what you could do, but you also know what is likely, not possibly, what is likely to happen to your ass if you cross that line. And it really fucks with you, man. It really does.
My thing is this, and I'll get back to the abuse in a second. But when they was giving y'all these drugs, they had no concern about what would happen to y'all.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes,
Thank you.
bro. Yes.
They just let us leave.
They just let us leave.
Anything could happen to us out there, bro. I was out of my fucking mind, man.
I told you about my situation. I was throwing up on the bathroom floor. I was messed up. They put me out of the hotel and sent me out into the street to go home. Dude, I'm throwing up all over the floor and I'm delirious. That's why that situation happened. Why I ended up walking from the Trump and Columbus Circle all the way down to Union Square, because he put me out there with no regard for what was going to happen to me once I left that hotel. And I like
Yeah.
now that I know what was going on, I see how little they actually regarded us as human beings. They just looked at us as penises that they could use whenever they wanted.
Yo, my peoples was clowning me, yo, back then. They was like, "Nigga, you know what would have happened to your ass if you was in fucking Brownsville or fucking East New York? Like, if your ass would have ended up out there not knowing how you got there, bro, your ass would have been cooked, man. Them motherfuckers probably to kidnapped you. Like, this is some rich dude's son. Fucking like, yo, that shit's crazy, bro. They just like he didn't just. It's not like he let me leave. That shit was not even a suggestion. That was an order, bro. Like, yo,
He
you
told you
gotta
get out.
go, son. Like, I got kicked the fuck out,
Yeah, he
bro.
kicked you out. Same
High
thing he
as
did
shit
to me.
after they fucking made me like high off my ass. They was like, yo, you got to go, homie. Like,
Yo, Art, he drugged me, and he didn't tell me what it was. He told me, I think he told me it was Molly. But when I was so high, I remember talking to Cassie, and I'm like, yo, he gave me Molly. And she just looked at him tight. She's like, yo, that's not Molly. So she told me what he gave me was not Molly. And then y'all still put me out in the street. So, from everything that happened, he probably gave me Tucci, and I had a bad reaction to it because I don't do drugs like that. But the point is, you put me out in the street, anything could have happened to me. I could have got rolled. I could have got jumped. I could have walked in front of a taxi and been through somebody's windshield. They dirty, bro.
That's crazy, man. Because you would think they would be worried. Because if anything happened to y'all, it's gonna fall back on them. They the ones that gave y'all the drugs.
Nah, rich, when you rich and powerful, bro, you ain't worried about that. Diddy's from New York. He was the king of New York at that time. So what, an escort get hit and get put through the windshield? If his name come up in it, guess what? He gonna pay off the detectives, and he's never gonna be an investigation into him, bro. Diddy had power, a lot of power, especially in New York.
yo, what did Biggie say? He said, and that goddamn credit debit. You think a crackhead paying you back? Forget it,
Yeah,
right? It's the same principle here.
yeah.
Like you talking about drug addicts supposedly supposed to be like caring about anybody else. They fucking high on drugs themselves.
They
Like
was
they're
crackheads, bro.
like they're not thinking, straight themselves.
They was
So
crackheads, Art. Like for real. They were heavily into drugs, Diddy and Cassie. Heavily, heavily into, and it wasn't because he was making her do drugs. She likes to do drugs as a young, beautiful woman who parties and who has a billionaire boyfriend. She's taking Molly, she's taking ecstasy. These are party drugs that make you want to be happy and have sex all day. She smokes weed to bring herself down a little bit when the Molly and the ecstasy start to mess with her nervous system. She drinks water to stay hydrated. She eats light and eats fruits and stuff. I learned how to do these drugs being with Cassie and Diddy. You eat light, you eat fruit, you drink a lot of water so you don't get dehydrated, things like that. The maximum you can go off these drugs, I want to say, is 4 or 5 days before you totally blank out.
that's crazy.